what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back to part 2 of my Oriental Empires Let's Play as Vachin. Yes, Vachin, I did pronounce it wrong last episode, which I do apologise for. I was pronouncing it as Quinn, it is actually pronounced Chin, so I do, I just thank you guys for letting me know in episode 1 so that I didn't currently make a dick of myself as we continued on in this Let's Play. As well as this, I just want to say a huge thank you to all the love you guys showed this series. It's really refreshing to see you guys still supporting something that isn't Total War. It means I can play more of the games I enjoy alongside Total War, like Cossack 3, like Oriental Empires, like CK2. So I just want to say a massive thank you. And if you did enjoy this, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. It really does help out the channel. It gets my videos out to more people, you know, when you guys interact more with the video. So I do appreciate it so much. And yeah, let's get stuck in. Oh yeah, one more thing as well. I did notice I was talking pretty fast in the last episode, so this episode I will try and kind of just slow it down a bit. There was also a lot of information in the first episode I wanted to actually get across to you guys, so that's kind of why I guess I was rushing as much as I was. But yeah, so last episode we were finding these encounters, which we just got one. And this is so good. Oh my god, 400 gold we have to pay, which is like 3 turns worth of income. For 8% research rate in power. So that basically for 2.5 turns of income, we now get all these technology 8% cheaper on top of the 20% of our bonus faction because we are the Chin. That is amazing. Our fort is also just done as well, I noticed. That's really good. And hopefully we can find a few more of these dudes and we can boost this research rate even more. Because, you know, it's just so good. And hopefully other factions don't have that as well. Hopefully other factions haven't found any of them stuff to boost their research rate. So our fort has also been done. This is good because it allows us to now research for hot and cold theory. This will then reduce the rate of which outbreaks occur and the damage the outbreaks actually do. And these outbreaks of disease can just devastate a city. So it's really good to get this technology early on for sure. At the moment we're doing horse domestication. So we will just let this finish, I think, and then maybe go down the hot and cold theory. Because this also does reduce the amount of casualties we receive in battle. Because it actually heals them, I guess, because we can now treat some of the wounds, which is really good. So for our fort technology, we will just go down the authority tree. Because at the moment, if we look at it, we don't actually have enough authority to govern 2 cities. The people are actually a little bit unhappy because of it. Yeah, insufficient authority. We actually need 2 authority to govern 2 cities. So we will focus on getting the extra bit of authority to hopefully get rid of that unrest. We're also building palisades in this city, and I might just build palisades in this city because as we just saw, I think, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are actually bandits down here appearing in the screen, 2 units of militia, and I want to make sure that they stay away from me. I'm also going to have to obviously build a bit of a military as well, so we'll just pick up everyone. I think we'll just pick up everyone we'll get. This will obviously tank my income next turn. It'll probably go down to like half, maybe even a bit more. Like so, that'll be like 75. But I think it'll be worth it to have all these extra troops in the army because I don't want myself to get raided. Because if these bandits were to raid me, you know, this city only has 2 food production. If it loses that, it's going to completely ruin the growth on top of ruining all of this food production as well. So we are going to just, you know, build an army, send it over there. Our general is moving across the river to go ahead and claim this, which is good. And we have this general as well. We could get this noble merchant, or a merchant lives here, but I believe he only shows me where nearby cities are. Oh, it also shows me where trade routes are. I guess that's kind of good. But I think I'm just going to ignore that and just move over here. Because this, again, is just like a miner, which I don't think is that valuable. It just shows me where resources are around this area. And we're probably never going to come down here to the south to build a city. And if we are, I'm sure we can just pick it up then. So I'm going to move him over here to explore more of this territory. And then probably loop him round back into my empire. I think will be a good plan. As well as that, I was thinking of city placements. Once we get tracing, which will allow us to build up all these like build food on all these gentle hills and other provinces like that, I believe these like grasslands and stuff like that. And basically, we'll be able to build food farms on all of these provinces. I was thinking, how sick would a province right here be? We can only be attacked from one way, and how sieges work in this game is how you pretty much, unless the city doesn't have walls, so like an army could just come in and take this city. However, if a city has walls, it makes it really, really hard to attack, especially in this age. Because at the moment we're in the lowest age, we don't have catapults, cannons, guns, fire arrows, anything like that. So basically, it's almost impossible to take a city at the beginning of the game if it has wooden palisades. That's why I guess wooden palisades are so good to have. But one of the ways you can do it is by starving out the city. So what I mean by that is forcing the attackers inside the city, and then just burning and looting all the farmland around the actual city. And then that means the city will start starving out, the defenders will start getting tired and dying because they don't have any food or anything, and the people will start getting unhappy and kind of rebel, and all that nasty stuff will happen. So if I was to build a city here, I could only get attacked from one direction. So that means only one stack could attack me at a time, which is obviously really good. But it also means I couldn't get around the back here to loot and pillage all this food I could build, meaning that this city could still, have a decent amount of food and defend from a siege. So we're definitely going to look to build the Hornburg right here or something along them lines. I think having a defensive city up here would be really, really valuable for sure. Really valuable. So let's end the turn. We'll let our armies move. You can see this army is moving. Luckily, this faction isn't going to loot and pillage us because we have got a non-aggression pact with them, meaning that we can move troops freely in each other's lands and it not being an issue. They're going to go grab that, which will be good. I mean, I could just, yeah, that's fine. We'll grab that. The bandits are still chilling, which is fine with me. They can chill all they want. We are slowly working on these palisades. So I think how this works, how the building mechanics works, is you get a set amount of population in the city which can work on building. So it's going to be 20% of a population or whatever. There's a set limit which you have just to work on buildings. And basically, that is spread across everything you do. So if I was to build a building, even though it says it will only take me, 2 turns to build this, if I was also building farms, chopping wood, and building roads, that entire 2 turns worth of building will kind of be split across everything else as well. So if I want to build a building quickly and actually kind of build it in 2 turns, I'm going to have to not build farms, roads, or chop down forests whilst I do that. So I think that's how it works, and yeah, I'm like 90% sure that's how it works. So that's interesting. So I'm going to get my wooden palisades up. I'm not going to build any more farms whilst we wait for a second. And I mean, to be fair, we've actually almost built quite a lot of farms over here anyway. There's only 2 more spaces we can build farms until we get irrigation, which I believe is very soon. Yeah, 3 more turns until irrigation, which will allow me to then double the food production of all the current farms, which is really good. Especially if we say weren't going to get tracing anytime soon, but we are, because I really, really want to get a city up here in this little choke point. I think it'll be such a cool city. Such a cool city indeed. These troops are moving over to protect our farmland. That's good. And how are we doing on building? Yeah, this is taking a lot longer instead of 3 turns because we're also building farms. Or at least we were built. Yeah, we're still building farms. So once this is gone, I think the wooden palisades will be built a lot quicker. So let's just move this over. The bandits are going to come. So are we going to fight the bandits? Or what? Because I obviously don't want the bandits to be allowed on my land. I think if they move anywhere along this coastline, my army will go and fight it. Well, that's actually a really, really good point. The advisor just told me. That's our valuable teacher up here in the north. That'll give me some rent or virtue, which I believe helps reduce unrest. So that's a really good point. Is that malicious spearmen and noblemen don't actually cost you anything to raise. So once you're not at war or killing any bandits or something, you might as well just disband them and then re-recruit them when you need them, because they don't cost you anything to re-recruit them. That's actually a really, really good point, which I did not even think about. You can also see that our walls have now been built in the city. We now have wooden palisades. This means no army can just, an army just can't walk up and just take the city for free now, which is, a pretty nice feeling to have, that, you're just not going to lose your city straight away. As well as this, how are we doing? It's going to take us a little bit longer because I don't think we have as much population. Yeah, we have 3 building, 2 farming. But it'll be good. Once we have palisades here, it will just leave it so much more protected. So I guess we'll bring this army back now into the city. This army can keep exploring up here, kind of just discovering what's around these mountains, giving us a better vision around. And then really the only direction we need to explore is probably over here. So yeah, what I might do is I might actually just disband some of these units, if I'm honest, once we defeat this bandit army, because I think we'll have a huge need for them. And obviously that will give us more economy as we go on. So we're actually going to get our first fight here as well, which we obviously want to be watching. Bandits are pushing up. I'm kind of annoyed that at the moment, because of the stacking thing, we only have one unit fighting right now. This unit probably is not going to win the day, if I'm honest, until we reinforce it. We'll be reinforcing it with our noblemen. As long as the noblemen get involved, we'll win the day. But at the moment, the fighting is just fierce in the river. We are just dueling in the river. We'll speed it up. We actually managed to rout one of their units, and now our infantry are pushing into the city. You can see we're definitely going to win this. Sending them back away from my city. Good. Get the hell out of here, bandits. What? Wait, whoa. The Shoo declared war on me. Why? They actually have an army over here as well. Look at that, they're floating. That's so funny. Obviously, as I mentioned, I always want to make sure I mention this because this game is in early access. It came out yesterday, I think, so there's going to be bugs and glitches and stuff, which will hopefully get ironed out as the game gets more and more played. Because it's a lot harder to come up kind of find all these bugs when you only have 10 people in QA working on it. So that's interesting though. But damn, yeah, they've actually just declared war on me. I was not expecting them to declare war on me. I thought they would come and pillage me maybe at some point. Well, the fact they actually declared war on me is pretty huge. So I think we're immediately going to move our army into the city. We have to make sure the city's defended because we don't have palisades right now. So we're going to move our army in because I think they could just literally just go take the city right now. So that's where we'll move our force for sure. And I guess it's good I'm bringing my generals home then as well. Very, very good. We're bringing our generals home. Can we actually recruit any more men here as well? Which I might. Yeah, we can recruit another unit. I'm just going to do that just so the city has some defense. Because I don't know. If they're faster than me, they could probably snatch this city before my army even gets there. I guess we have to be careful because if these bandits come back as well, they could then loot us and that could really hurt us. So yeah, that's just good to have. Yeah, we built our palisades now, so let's get back to farming. The one true pleasure in life. I guess I'm kind of happy that I'm bringing back all these armies and all these generals back to the city because we're gonna have to go to war. I guess it is kind of convenient though because it means that we can actually nice. Yeah, we did get back into the city to defend it, and we're actually gonna try and siege it. Well, really, we outnumber them 2-1, and we're defending. So in this outright siege without palisades, they can just walk in and try and fight in these choke points. But I believe we do have, we have men in the choke points defending, and we get a huge defense bonus here, and then obviously over here. And then obviously we still have reinforcements as well. We have another 2 more units, I think, to defend this. So obviously we're going to win the day. You can see we are pushing them right back over here. We've actually managed to push out the city a bit as well. That's how much better we're doing. I think I actually killed the entire unit here. I know some of them are going to get away, but they took huge casualties here. They managed to win on this flank, but on this flank they got wrecked. So we send their army back. They're actually trying to reinforce it with a general. This general's actually pretty good. Indecisive battle, even though I'd say we won that, We only two of our units really took casualties. Does it say men lost, men remaining, enemies killed? Yeah, look how many men we killed. We killed almost 200, whereas they only killed like 100 and something. We do have to be careful though, because that is a bandit army right there, and they could just come and cross the river and loot us. Okay, cool. So what do we do? I swear we had. Did we lose? I swear we had another unit than this as well. I swear we had 3 units. Maybe did we lose an entire unit from that? Surely not. Did this unit just decide to die? Because, yeah, look, as you can see, we have enough men. Now we only have 3 units, so that's kind of a bit worrying. It's a bit worrying indeed. Do we have any more men we can build? Because this is the annoying thing that's about to happen, is this army's about to attack me, and then this army's about to move in. So what do? Do we send this army over here, and then these guys to attack this, but then we will also probably lose because we're fighting this? Or do we just kind of risk the city being taken? That's the question. Even though this is pretty weak, and I don't know if they can actually take us with this. Do we have any more men we can send? We can get some more militia if we want to. Maybe stick them in the east gate. No, I don't know if that's going to help, though. Is that really going to help? Oh, irrigation has been done as well. You can see that irrigation is now done. We can now build upon our current farms to increase the food output. So, as I said, I think previously, if we weren't to get tracing next, I can be able to build on all these farmlands. It would then give us the ability to kind of still produce food and improve our population that way. But damn, this is kind of difficult because this is a good general as well. He's free power. That's not bad whatsoever. I'm also scared of these guys. I think if I was to move this nobleman here, I think I could definitely claim victory and beat these bandits back. But is it even worth it? Should we just let that happen to make sure we hold the city? I think holding the city is the most important thing, right? Palisades are done hopefully next turn as well, which will then like, if I had palisades here, I would definitely send the nobleman out because there's no way they'd be able to break down the walls and attack me in the same turn. But yeah, I think we just give it up. Oh no, I don't know though, because that's gonna hurt me. That's gonna hurt my economy really badly. Yep, I think we just stay in the city. Better safe than sorry, right? Oh, we also have technology to do as well. Oh, we've got 2 technologies. Our craft has been done and our power has been done. I would love to get this churn drill because it will just allow us to better construct mines. Pottery, I guess, would be kind of good because getting down to the better roof tiles is good because look how much this reduces the deaths in earthquakes and major earthquakes. It's pretty huge. So let's get the better pottery. Now, do we need tracing straight away? This is another question. We could get a better barracks, which would again increase my authority, which is good. But I mean, we're getting that in the horse riding. But it would allow us to then get better men, better infantry, and we are going to war, so that's something to think about. But, you know, 8 turns to then... Because we want to build another city very, very soon, for sure. So we're going to be getting extra authority from this. And this in 6 turns. So we can then get another city with authority. So I think I'm going to do this just because I want to build Helm's Deep straight away. I'm calling it Helm's Deep, which is funny. But yeah, I want to build the city up there. So we will get tracing, just because it will just help out our faction so much. Oh, fuckers. Absolute fuckers. They didn't actually move into the city, so I just got looted for no reason now. That is pretty annoying. I could have just moved that unit there down. Oh, that's so annoying. That really, really is. Luckily, this army is moving back here, so we can build maybe a secondary army to deal with this. I guess we'll march out and defeat this army now. Quinn increased as well. Good. He actually increased his military prowess. That's pretty good. Lands pillaged, though. So frustrating. It means that this city's probably going to be starving now. Are they starving? Probably not. Oh, they're not actually starving yet, which is good. Surprising. And our palisades still have not been built. I guess next turn they're probably built. I guess I will just leave this unit in defense, though. And send these guys out. Yep. Because I want to at least leave 1 unit there. He gets back to the capital next turn. They shouldn't be able to pillage me from there. This army is moving up. I might actually go scout their capital, if I'm honest, with this army whilst we're up here. And building more men would not be a crazy thing to do. But we could just wait. We could definitely just wait next turn. Because I don't think we're gonna use this army like straight away, if I'm honest. So. Also, something which to take into account as well, which was something I didn't even know in the beta until right towards the end, is you have this labor service debuff. Basically, as you build more provinces like constantly, if I was to constantly be building farms, roads, and houses and buildings for like 100 turns, this would slowly go up. It's very slowly, but it does go up. And basically, this is just like a ticking unhappiness. It's like the peasants getting really sick of being worked as hard as they are. So you have to kind of give the peasants breaks now and again to allow this just to decrease. So maybe I can just do that now, because I think we're in a pretty good place. We're growing half decently, and we don't need to chop down anything or build roads anytime soon. So even though it is pretty small, I might just give them a break and just let them get that debuff down. So we're going to move out obviously instantly to smash this army. We should be wrecking it. We have our noblemen, which our noble axes are just more, double the defense and the attack of these guys. They're obviously going to claim victory there. And they should obviously claim victory there. Sending the army out of my territory. So they actually did decide to come down here. The general unit did make it. Well, it's not even a general unit. It's just a crappy unit down there. That's what really annoys me, is when shit like that happens. When they just... Oh, it's just so annoying. if you don't have like an army patrolling and stuff, you can just get really wrecked. So I guess we will definitely be putting an army here now. I guess maybe I should have built this. So let's just put out the east gate. And tell them to go down here and protect, because they should be more than capable of taking that out. They are actually amassing a pretty dirty army over here. So let's move our army back into the city. We do have walls now, which gives me a bit more like a greater sense of security with the fact that we actually have walls here. Unfortunately, we can't recruit any more men for now. And I guess, I mean, chopping down some woodland would be pretty good, because I do want to build roads here. But I think this city just needs farms right now. I think this city just needs as many farms as possible. So we'll move our army back into the city. These guys are going to deal with these guys pillaging. Doing this does actually increase the unrest as well, which is kind of annoying. You're moving. Oh, it's the army down here, right, which is not moving. Oh, God, they have a lot of troops moving. We need to be careful here, because we don't want to lose our... This is our faction leader right now. So I guess we just move backwards through here and come up this way. Oh, God, but he's going to get caught. No, he's not. Good. They're going to kill... They're going to slaughter that. Hopefully just finishing it off and then dealing with bandits as well. Yeah, General did get caught. So this is our faction leader right now. Damn, but I put him in a bad spot. Yeah, he could easily die here. I think we're going to win. Good on Quinn. But he could have died in that battle. Easily could have died in that battle. And if he does, then that sucks so much. Hopefully he didn't. I don't think he did. Oh, he did. His Quinn increased, so he's actually a better military leader because of that battle. So good. Now we just need to run him back home. Just run. Just flee. Flee, you fool. So they have formed up here. There's nothing they can do against my province now. They have 3 crappy units. We could even talk about marching out and defeating them. But they're probably going to try and siege me next turn, which is absolutely fine. Can't believe we won this battle as well. That battle was so close to us getting wrecked. It really, really was. We could even march our general back now, because like, what's he going to do? We could actually just, like, we could talk about easily going back here, but I'm kind of scared of what else they have in this region. So let's just take the safe route. It's going to take us a few more turns. It's going to take us a lot more turns, actually. Screw it. Do we just go for it? Do we just bring him back? I think we do. It's so many more turns. So let's just send him back here. This is the furthest he can get, is here. And if we do encounter this army, then we kill one of their generals. So that's not a bad thing whatsoever. You're moving there. I want you to go... Oh, God, you're a bit low. No, you're not low. Go kill them bandits. You move over there as well. So the energy, which is this... Yeah, the quiet energy improves the fighting ability. Damn, so the higher this is, the better your units fight. And I guess the less energy they lose as well. That's pretty interesting to take into account. Would be how are we doing over here now as well? 2 more turns until that technology is done, 3 more turns until this is done, so we'll get a big bunch of authority in like 2 turns. So we might think about actually getting another. So there's going to be several battles. They're actually going to try and break. Okay, I don't think this is going to work for them. They're actually going to try and get into the city. Down here our general has caught them. Good. We should be able to just slaughter them. We are so much better than them. Again, we might get unlucky and our general might die in this battle. But I think he's secure in there somewhere. He has a sword, so that's the general is right there in the middle of our men. So we're more than capable of dealing with them. They're just destroying some bandits. Good, good, good. I think we then defeated this bandit army. Yeah, we do. I think we wiped out that bandit army. Okay, cool. So they're going to do a smart move for just raiding. It's going to fuck us because there's not really much we can do. I guess we do talk about assaulting now. We have this army coming in support. But even though they are a bit tired... So send you guys there. And then, I mean, they're fresh. Let's just send these guys out and these guys in as well. Yeah, that'll be more than enough. And then men can come out of here if they need to. But I want to make sure I leave a garrison there. Good, our general has managed to push them back once again. We will continue our march home. And if they do want to fight us again, he's more than happy to fight them. So yeah, this city is going to really be taking an unfortunate... just a really unfortunate, like, I guess, pounding right now. Solely because they're just on the frontier. And I didn't have the army in place to deal with this. It does mean that Chin, our capital, can actually flourish right now, though, because of that. It's producing a lot of food, which I'm actually going to focus on building some more irrigation, I think, over here. People are still unhappy as well. Did we improve our authority yet? Out of interest. No, it's still at 1, which is a shame. But I think in a couple turns, that will be sorted. And because of that, I might actually just construct a... actually get a settler right now and focus on moving my city up northwards. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it in the west gate. Because by the time this settler is... Oh, God, I meant to do it in the north gate. What am I doing? What am I doing? I could actually just change... Yes, change that. Because it means I don't have to traverse the mountains. Want to go north gate, obviously. So yeah, one of the... we can get up there so much quicker. Because by the time this city is founded, we will then be able to build farms on all these provinces. So it's kind of going to be good timing. And how many tiles is it away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be more than enough for trading with the bazaar, I think. So we should hopefully have a nice triangle. So they're going to be coming out the city at me, by the looks of it. Our noblemen are fighting here. So we have noblemen in the north pushing out the city. We're going to be destroying them with the arrow towers as well, which is obviously going to be helping us out. Then we have forces moving over here. We have some... Is this a general unit? I believe this is a general unit. We sent them troops back. And then our general unit is pushing forward. You can see our general unit in the middle. The archer fire from the towers outside the city gates obviously going to be very beneficial for us. And we should be slaughtering them. We destroyed them over there. Over here, our general is doing... I think we just wiped out that unit. Good job indeed. If we can bring this general unit back into the city, then we can really form up our armies. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Did we just lose a unit of noblemen? Oh no, they just went back into the city. That's fine. Just stay in the city now and defend it. You move down to kill that. And I guess you come in there. Like, it's just a bit more secure to have this general here, right? And then you move like that, I think. Meet up with this guy. Because these dudes definitely need a break. Their energy level is really low, meaning they'll just fight really poorly. Luckily, I mean, we might as well just push out and kill this, right, as well, with everything. Because we just 3v1. And then once their armies are dead, we can really start to think about forming up a good defense. Because now, once we destroy this, our men can get their energy back. And then we can really start, holding these choke points where they can push. All our armies are in place now. They took us off guard by preemptively attacking us. And that definitely hurt us. That definitely put us on the back foot. It meant this city got pillaged when it probably didn't need to. But now the fact that we're ready for war, we can start putting the pain on them, in a couple turns once our men are replenished and stuff like that. For sure. Irrigation is on the go. Good. Now, we could talk about getting this, because we'd be able to do a lot more trade in the city right now. But at the moment, we're not really making enough money. We're still paying for that bazaar, and we're not even making more money than we're kind of trading, which is a bit sad. So let's form up right here. I think here will be the best place, because it will still give me access to a lot of these mines. And going like there, or like there. I mean, this place is just good. Oh, you can actually traverse around the side of it, which is interesting to note. What about, you can go there, but you can't go there. So maybe here would actually be better. I don't know. Hold on, let me put up the hex grid quickly. Okay, cool. This makes a lot more sense. So, like, here would probably be the best place for a defensive city. But I wouldn't mind, like, being in the mountain a bit. There's, like, one small, like, narrow way they could go through. Because if we hold this, I don't think they can go from, like, there to there. Or they can go there to there. So it really is, it's a two thing no matter what we do. I think I'm going to move here. Just because, well, like, here would be kind of good as well. I mean, I'll just move here because we're kind of in the mountain, and that seems like a cool idea to me. Our armies are all going to be smashing them. Yep, smash them, you smash them. They don't have any more forces by the looks of it either. Cool. Let's, we need to do technology. What got done? Our knowledge got done, so we actually domesticated the horses. Good. I'm going to instantly work on the hot and cold theory. I want to make sure that diseases aren't an issue for me. I think it also... No, it doesn't allow me to use these horses yet either. I think there's a building you can get when you maybe the next tech I get in that horse tree, which will allow me to then get better horses. So our armies, obviously, as we said, should be just slaughtering them, sending them away as well. We actually wiped out that unit as well, which is good. This army can then now move across. Perfect. Everyone can go into the city and replenish and be happy once more. I'm actually going to send this army back. I think, no, this army can go in. But I think I need to send the noblemen back to this city to replenish because I believe... Oh, what was that? Stack needs rest. The efficiency of a stack is low due to the recent fighting or events. If it stops moving and fighting for a few turns, it will cover. The orange bar at the bottom of the unit indicates its efficiency. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, if you constantly fight with the same army in the same couple turns, they'll get tired and they'll be really shit in battle. So you know, if I was to say have a 20 stack army, but it was just crappy, it had no efficiency whatsoever, it's been fighting for so long, and it came up against a 2 stack infantry unit, that 20 stack would probably lose because their men are so exhausted, they'll just get wiped out and that'd be it. So it's, you know, it's very important to make sure that you keep resting your men. Oh, can I not found the city here? Oh, that's so sad. What about over here? Or maybe I'm forced to actually found the city here. I guess I am forced to found the city here, but it's still a pretty good place. Only 2 ways out. I mean, that's pretty good. And when the city expands as well, it might take up more tiles and stuff. So more technology done. We have done our fort, which is going to improve our happiness, which is good. Unless there's like some edicts as well which we can look towards to get. I guess getting these edicts are pretty important. And I believe there's another one down here somewhere. Yeah, it's this, which I do want to get, the centralized bureaucracy, because it does give us, I think, a pretty decent... Yeah, I believe this does give us a pretty decent thing. So we will work towards getting this technology. So we need to have that. We need to have this, which needs to have this as well. So we'll grab up this technology. Tracing is done in 2 turns. Perfect. It's going to be like pretty much almost like just at the exact right time. They're coming with more men, or is that just their men retreating back? So yeah, you go there. You fall back to the city with what you have there. These 2 soldiers are moving back. You're moving there, so that's good. And they're going to fall back with their army whilst they can. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we've got a pretty stable state now. That looked a bit shaky from the beginning, especially for turn 2 as well, to just already be at war is, you know, pretty crazy. This my general's going to go back into the city to replenish the garrison. You're moving back into the city, because I think they do replenish in cities. Or there's a disease over there. Hopefully that does not spread. Hopefully that does not spread. We actually are a decent distance away, so... I'm hoping that will not hurt me too much. So here we go, another city formed. Now this is probably too close. If I'm thinking about it, it's probably too close to my other cities, because my cities will expand as I advance through the ages. So this is probably too close if looking at it, because there's only, what, 1 tile between these guys, and they will obviously expand out and stuff. So it means they'll be absorbing their own tiles. So I could have possibly have just built this city a little bit northwards. Which does, looking back at it, does look a lot more appealing. What's my last autosave on, out of interest? It was, how long ago was that? How long ago was that? 10:41, so that was like half a minute ago. I might load up that autosave if I'm honest. I know it's a little bit cheating, but I think just moving that city a little bit more northwards would be a bit better. So yeah, I think I'm going to move the city here, just so that we can get access to all this as well. That's still pretty good. Yeah, I think that's much better. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but I did that. I would never restart in like any other decision, you know. If that's such a minor decision, I think, or something that doesn't really affect us too much. But I feel like, you know, doing that isn't a big issue. But like if I was to lose a battle or something, I would never ever restart that, you know. What happens happens there. They're gonna move into the city, so we have to be a little bit cautious that there's bandits there. But yeah, we're just gonna form a city here instead. I think that'll give us a much more gap and stuff like that. It does give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles away, which I believe is too much for the bazaar. So maybe that was a tile too many, because the bazaar is 8, or is it 12? 12 hexes. So yeah, they can now trade as well. You can see this trade route is going. Perfect. That's gonna be good. Yeah, I think that was a much better placement of a city. So obviously we're immediately, because now we have trace. Yeah, I think we just researched trace farming then. Yeah, we did. There we go. Or terracing. What am I tracing? Terracing. I think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, we can now build farms here, which is, you know, you can see if we didn't have that technology, we wouldn't be able to build any farms in this city whatsoever. So, you know, having this is huge. It's going to take us a little bit longer than normal to build, but overall it's going to be worth it. I believe we can also, look how many mines we can build as well. 1, 2, 3 mines we can build in this city. That is pretty good. General's going to move in there. These units are getting their energy and manpower back in our armies. And obviously we need to have a new craft as well. I guess I will research earth rammed walls, because I want to get roads, and I want to obviously get that drill as well. I'll also get the roof tiles as well, just to ensure that we're not going to get wrecked by an earthquake anytime soon. China's a dangerous place. A dangerous place indeed. So let's move our armies in here. They actually... Yeah, cool. So I wasn't sure if we would actually march out the city and wreck this army, but I believe we are going to. Or maybe not, I don't know. Hopefully we do. Managing your money. The key to success into managing your finance. Remember that buildings and units have upkeep costs. Yeah, I know. No need to tell me. So I'm tempted just to send out this unit just to go kill them, if I'm honest. Why are you not in the city, bro? Just march in the city. You see that these guys are getting their men back very slowly. Oh, bandits over here in the north as well. We're going to have to start sending some men up northwards as well. Bandits are really going in. Look at them, they have a 3 stack right there. Damn, when did these bandits become so potent? I don't remember them being this annoying in the beta at all, considering we're at war as well, you know. We're going to have to try our best to get some more economic buildings. So getting bazaars in these provinces are pretty important right now, because now we can have 2 cities to trade with. I think building a bazaar in these provinces are very important. I'm probably maybe not going to do it straight away though. I think maybe building a bit more farmage. You can see now we can farm all this territory now as well, which is pretty important. But I think maybe building a few more farms first is a little bit more important. Our economy is looking half decent though. Yeah, I'm going to send out that army to go to deal with that, and they should be able to... Yeah, they've instantly routed them, sent them back to whence they came. I'm thinking about it. What I could have just done there is I could have just shift clicked to move out here, and then shift click to go back, so that they would do that all in one turn. So what I mean by that is I could have just done, say, that, and then can you not do that? Like I could have done something like that to then move back into the city. So I could have done like that and then that, and that would have moved the unit back into the city after defeating them bandits. So if we look at the leaderboard quickly, you can see that they have the most victory points that we've discovered, which is interesting. Number of settlements, everyone's on the same right now. 3 we've managed to catch up after just building that city. Own population, their cities are much bigger than mine. Military strength, they have a huge military strength compared to us. That's a bit scary. Battles fought, enemy civilians killed, enemy soldiers killed. We've killed a lot more than they've killed of ours. And they've lost a ton more than we've obviously lost. We've only lost a few compared to how many they've lost. But yeah, they're a pretty advanced faction, which is scary. There is definitely something to watch. Can they just take the city? Can the bandits literally just walk in and take the city? Because if that's the case, I am going to be so upset if they just walk in and take it. I think they can, because it doesn't have walls. That's going to be pretty annoying. I guess we're just going to have to build some more men to send northwards. And just hope that they can't. Hope to God that they can't do that. But I guess we'll find out now. No, by the looks of it, they're not going to. They're just going to come southwards. And, oh, bandits over here. Okay, cool. So at least we know that there's an army over here. The bandits actually outnumber them as well. So I'm actually going to flee from this engagement. Let them come a bit closer before we do anything crazy. So you just come back. You come back into the city. Join up with the rest of them units. You're replenished. Actually, I probably need to send this army out. Oh my god, they're coming with archers now as well. That's very interesting to see. We are in a pretty sticky situation right now. You know, this is difficult. Sticking the AI on hard, because remember, we're not playing on normal. We're playing on hard. So this game is definitely difficult, for sure. Like, I think this is the right amount of difficulty that we're playing against right now. Because if we were to play on like easy or like normal, I think we would be in a much easier spot than we're in right now. But, you know, this makes it a lot more interesting, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this. So cool, I'm going to end the episode here. If you did enjoy this, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.